what does terrorism lead to? So in like 2 videos ago, I said that warfare only leads to more warfare. Well, terrorism is not going to lead to any peace or any stability. Terrorism has proven to lead to more terrorism, right? So what happens is here, right? Let's give you an example of. Well, I have to give you an example of, the PA, the Palestinian and Israeli ongoing wars here, right? So you have a group of individuals who believe that, you know, they have their self beliefs, we'll say, right? They have their self beliefs, right? And they're kind of not in favor of the governing body, right? So they go ahead and they commit these suicide bombings, right? Now, let's move forward here, right? So imagine if one of your family or friends or your community itself was victimized by these terrorist groups, right? Well, then you become, you know, anti-terrorist, right? All right. So now you go ahead, right, and you joined a rebellious group that's kind of like not pro-government and not pro-terrorism. Now you have formed your own organization, right, to fight these terrorist groups. So now terrorism is kind of leading to more terrorism, So now you just gave the government two entities to deal with, right? Even though your entity is kind of like, anti-terrorism too, um, or you might even join the governing body to attack these terrorist groups, right? So then, let's say, by any chance, right, you go ahead and you form, or you form an allegiance, right, with the governing body to attack these terrorist group, and you meet the prerequisites. You go ahead, you become a part of the government somehow, some way, and you go and engage a war against terrorism. Now you're beating up terrorists on the other side of the fence, and now you're kind of like killing terrorists, right? But at the same time, you're feeding into this terrorism idea, because now the terrorists, now they're getting retaliated on. They're like, oh no, like now you're killing our people, right? And now you have other families that are affected and other communities that are affected, and they're like, nope, you see the governing body, they just keep killing us, and now you've just created more terrorism, right? So it's very hard when it comes to irregular warfare, because it's not like a government trying to eliminate another government. These terrorists, they're scattered. They're scattered, and they're basically like little gangs and little groups that that they have no fixed territory that you can just eliminate all of them. Um, they're kind of scattered, and they're moving along the Middle East, and so forth and what. All right, so terrorism leads to more terrorism. you know, there's something that I like to state, right? So, United States decided to invade Afghanistan. Decided to participate in Iraq wars, right? And that was early 2000s. Right now it's 2019, and we have politicians nowadays saying, "Listen, we went in there to fight terrorism, and honestly, we've kind of created more terrorism by fighting terrorism." All right.